Today on Hunting Adventures with Princess.
For a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, never wear silk underwear when you're on a hunt. Let me tell you what happened. So, I had a hunt. Supposed to have been there at like 6 a.m. I had like a over 2-hour drive to get there, which meant I really needed to be up probably about no later than 2 in the morning. I ended up getting like 2 hours of sleep. I could not sleep that night. So when I got up that morning, I reached my hand in the drawer, pulled some underwear out, put them on, got dressed, went to my hunt. Well, hello and welcome to another webisode of Hunting Adventures with Princess. Today I am in my office, in fact at my desk. I wanted to take a break and just to thank everyone who has been watching my videos, liking, subscribing, watching a whole lot of my shorts. Currently today we have 31 subscribers and over 18,000 views to the channel. So a majority of those are the shorts. So I really want to thank everyone that has been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos with other people. So thank you so much. Today we're going to be focused on 10 lessons that I learned from my past hunts. So I hope this show is informative to you as well as entertaining. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 10, get to your shooting spots when it's dark and be quiet as you can before you get there. Many of you guys know that when I hunt, I tend to bring with me my cart, which has all of the items that I so love to make my hunts very comfortable. But unfortunately, my cart is really not made for the outdoors. So the first time that I went hunting, that cart was making a lot of noise. And I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't see any deer, was because my cart was too loud. So make sure you're being quiet and get to those shooting spots early. Number 9, make a hunting plan. So before you go hunting, you want to make sure you notify your next of kin. Make sure that they have your phone number, the address where you're going to be hunting. If you're going to be hunting with other people, you want to make sure that they have their names, their phone numbers. So if anything was to happen, they know who to contact if you don't come home at a certain time. And by the way, you want to make sure that that hunting plan also includes the time that you're going to be coming back, the time that you're expected to arrive home. Normally what I do is I text my family before I leave. I let them know who I'm going to be hunting with, their phone number, their address. When I get to my destination, I text my family, hey, I made it. When I get ready to leave that destination, I also text them and say, hey guys, I'm about to get on the road. And of course, they'll text me back and ask me, well, how many animals did you harvest? So did you kill anything today? But you want to make sure that you have a hunting plan and that the people that you're hunting with also have the contact information for your next of kin. So that's very important. And there are templates that are available online that you can download, or you can create a hunting plan yourself. And if I decide to create one, I'll drop it in the links below. Number 8, eat a light meal. And make sure you take your vitamins and take your medications before you get in the field. One of the things that I have to do, because I am a diabetic, is I have to make sure I eat at a certain time, and I have to make sure I monitor my glucose levels. So on one of the hunts that I went on, I actually left the area where my phone was because I was so excited about going to track down animals. And the person who was still in the hunting blind was very concerned for my health because my phone kept going off because it had lost signal from where I was with my sensor. So make sure that you're eating a light meal. You're bringing with you water, electrolytes, staying hydrated. and make sure that you take breaks. So if you are out there in the morning before light comes, make sure you take a opportunity to get out of the heat, eat something, drink something before you go back and try to finish your hunt. So be careful and take care of yourself when you're in the woods. Number 7, camouflage. Make sure that you are camouflaged from head to toe. The I think it was the second time, no, the first time I went turkey hunting and we went into the woods. I heard several turkeys. I even saw one look like it was maybe 200 plus yards away. It looked at me, but it wouldn't come my way. And next thing I know, it was gone. And I think it was because turkeys see very well. I didn't have on gloves. I didn't have on a face mask. And I think the turkey saw me and said, nah, dog, you ain't finna get me today, and kept on going. So make sure that you are camouflaged. And make sure that you're wearing your blaze orange. There are rules and regulations about wearing your blaze orange hats and your blaze orange vest. Make sure you're reading what those requirements are in your state, and make sure that you are abiding by those rules, because blaze orange could save your life. And check and see if blaze pink is available in your area. There are some states that will allow you to wear blaze pink. So see if that's legal in your state. And make sure that if you bathe before you go hunting that morning before, I know I do. I always take a bath in scentless soap. And I also make sure that if I'm going to wear lotion, that it is scentless. And I also make sure that once I get to the city that I'm going to be hunting, that I spray myself down with scent killer. There are many different brands of scent killers out there, so do your research. In fact, I bought a whole set that also included scentless detergent or scent killer detergent. So when I get back from my hunts, I throw my clothing into the washer immediately, put that scent killer detergent in there. They even make scent killer dryer sheets. And when you get your clothes out of the dryer, go ahead and store them in a scent crusher bag or scent killer bag to prevent scents from getting on your hunting clothes. That's, a tidbit that I offer to you guys. Some people hang their clothes outside the day before they go hunting, so they make sure that the clothing does not smell like what the inside of their home smell like. But, scent killer. Look it up. Make sure that you're using that. Number 6, download the Hunters app. There are many different Hunters apps that are out there. Some have some great capabilities with satellite tracking, forecasting, and even being able to forecast when animals will be in your area. So make sure you download a Hunters app. I think that if I would have downloaded a Hunters app before I started hunting, that it would have helped me out quite a bit and helped me be more successful as a hunter. So, and the Hunters app will let you know whose land you're on. So if you're on private lands and you're hunting and you take a step over, sometimes there's not a fence, or you may not see the divider land marker, and you step over onto someone else's property. It will let you know whose property you're on, where you can contact them and ask if the animal ran over to their property, that you can cross the line and hunt on their land. So download a Hunters app. I'm not endorsing anyone because I'm not being paid to. So just do your research and see which one works for you and your budget. Number 5, we're getting on down there, people. Okay, so I heard someone say that they carry a 357 Magnum, and I heard somebody else say they carry a 44. So you want to make sure that when you're in the woods, if you come up on a bear, coyote, some predators are small, some are medium, some are large. You want to make sure that whatever caliber that you have could put down the largest animal possible. So carry a handgun with you. If you don't want to carry a handgun, carry a knife. Have some type of protection that if something comes on you, that you can effectively deal with it. And carry bear spray. If you're in an area where it's prone for bears, you want to make sure you have some bear spray with you, and do your research, because certain bear sprays will also be effective on other predators. So do your research and see which predators that bear spray will take down, if those predators are prevalent in your area, before you purchase that spray. So protect yourself while you're in the woods. All right, so this one is a little bit embarrassing. Number 4, a little bit embarrassing, but I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, never wear silk underwear when you're on a hunt. Let me tell you what happened. So, I had a hunt, supposed to have been there at like 6 a.m. I had like a over 2 hour drive to get there, which meant I really needed to be up probably about no later than 2 in the morning. I ended up getting like 2 hours of sleep. I could not sleep that night. So when I got up that morning, I reached my hand in the drawer, pulled some underwear out, put them on, got dressed, went to my hunt, and I wore an outfit that I had never worn before, my hunting outfit. And so the belt wouldn't stay tight, and my pants kept slipping. And because silk underwear is really not gripping, my pants kept falling. So I kept pulling my pants up the entire the entire hunt. And I was hoping that the people I was hunting with didn't see that my pants kept falling. I'm steady, pulling my pants up. So never wear silk underwear on a hunt. Okay. All right. Number 3, we're getting on down there. Number 3, practice your animal calls. So I think I suck at animal calls. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But you want to make sure that you practice in the off season, your turkey calls, so that, especially those mouth calls, so that you can make sure that you're sounding just like that animal. I remember on my last hunt, some of those, I didn't practice before I went on that last hunt, and some of those calls sounded horrible to me. They did. But I did get one gobble. However, the turkey didn't come and find me. So I don't think that my calls were as effective as they should have been. But make sure that you're practicing your animal calls. Number 2. All right, number 2. Here we go. Be aware of your surroundings. Now, what do I mean by that? When you are getting into the woods, especially if you're running and gunning, you want to make sure that you're checking the ground for animal tracks and animal droppings. Now, the first time I went tracking an animal down, I didn't know what I was looking at. I did the turkey hunting class, Turkey Hunting 101, and they showed us what turkey droppings look like. They showed us what turkey tracks look like. But when I went on my first turkey hunt, there were other animal tracks that I did not recognize. And good thing I was with someone who was an experienced hunter. Shout out to Mr. Marvin Wilson. He was pointing out, okay, that's turkey tracks right there. Okay, this is this particular animal tracks right here. That's turkey droppings right here. That's a crawfish, crawfish, whatever, right there. But one thing that he pointed out that I did not know, there were bobcats in the area. And so he was like, hey, do you know what that is, right? What track that is? I said, no. He said, that's a bobcat. And I was like, bobcats? I didn't even know Alabama had bobcats. So make sure that you're familiar with what animal droppings are what and what tracks are what, so you can stay safe in the woods. All right, people, we're down to number 1. Number 1. All right, you ready? Pray before you go on your shoot. Yep, I said it. Pray. Pray when you go on your shoot, and pray when you have harvested an animal. Now, I didn't know the relationship that most hunters are Christians, their spiritual relationship. And so as I began to watch other hunters' videos on YouTube, I started to see how they were, praying before they go. They will put scriptures up on their videos before they even start their videos. And then I saw one hunter kill an animal and then kneel down and prayed. gave God thanks and praise, and prayed for that animal. And I was blown away. And I immediately, the next day, because I was watching it while it was late, I called up one of my hunting buddies and I was like, hey, do you pray when you harvest an animal? And he was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, really? And then I thought about the scripture says, in all things, give thanks. So I always pray before I go hunting, but I never prayed, I never thought about praying if I harvested an animal. So that is something that I will be implementing in the next hunting season. And another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that the last 3 hunts that I've been on, I'm praying, I'm giving God thanks. I'm praying about, the safety of the hunts and so on and so forth. The last two hunts and the fishing video. The fishing video was the first time it happened. I went fishing with the Gaines family. Shout out to Marlon Gaines and his family. Thank you guys for allowing me to fish with you. But this fisherman saw me and his sons out there, and he gave us, several flounders, brown mullets. Even before we really started fishing, we had just got through setting up and getting started. And he was like, hey, I just want to, bless you guys with your meal today. It should be enough for you guys to have a meal today. And I was like, wow, God, thank you, And so the next time I went hunting, I went with Mr. Marvin, and we didn't harvest an animal. We tried 3 different areas. I guess it was the end of the season. Could also been the fact of the barometric pressure, but there were no gobbles. We saw no turkeys. We heard nothing in all 3 areas that we went to. And so he said, I tell you what, I'm gonna give you some deer meat. And so he blessed me with some deer steaks, and he also blessed me with some deer stew meat, chopped up deer stew meat, already clean, already packaged. And I said, wow, God, thank you. I thank you for blessing me. Then the last time I went hunting, I went on my uncle's property. And when I got through hunting, before I started hunting, he blessed me and my mom with some eggs. And then after the hunt, he blessed me with some wild hog sausage. He blessed me with some deer sausage. He blessed me with some deer meat, some peas, plums. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So if you don't pray before you hunt, not just about your safety and the safety of those around you, but give God thanks for the opportunity. You never know how God will bless you. So that is the end of the show. I'm so happy that you stayed with me until the end. Guys, if you have not subscribed to Hunting Adventures with Princess, please do, because this summer we're going to be bringing some very different webisodes to you, from shooting ranges to on the field, planting food plots and filling up deer corn feeders and things of that sort. So you definitely want to stay tuned. Thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. And don't forget to share this show with 5 people that you know. If you don't want to share the whole show, just share the channel and see which one that they want to click on and learn about hunting. Again, you're taking this journey with me, and as I learned, I am sharing with you. Thank you again for watching. Have an awesome day.